Hello, everybody, and welcome to the second Metanet Meetup of 2026. And we've got some pretty excited stuff lined up today. As we said at the end of the last one, we were going to be talking about some games from around the Metanet ecosystem. And we are really excited with the results of what people have worked on to get us to where we need to be. And, you know, Blockchain enables some new dimensions to gaming, as we know, including the ability to own digital assets inside games. But on BSV, it's about more than just that. It's also about payments and some of the ability that we have to, create new playing models that can reward people for, creating the best games and also encourage people to to share their scores and whatnot. We've got some good things planned, and what I'd like to do first is maybe go back to my own childhood when I was 10, maybe even younger. My mom had, I want to say it must have been like an iPhone 3GS. And on that device, there was a fun game. It was number one in the App Store, and it was Doodle Jump. Um, Doodle Jump was a big part of, me growing up and being part of, you know, just watching the evolution of the iOS ecosystem back before I think it got corrupted by some of the Web 2 incentives. So I personally enjoyed Doodle Jump quite a lot, and about a month ago, Braden and I were talking about some fun things, after work at the house and whatever. And it was like, well, let's see if we can just vibe code a new, better version, because I don't like that after every game of Doodle Jump, I have to see an ad, and I don't even get to see my score until after I see this ad. And often the times it's not even worth knowing what my score is, because I just, I don't care enough to watch the ad. So I just close out of the game and relaunch it and play again without ever knowing what my score was. And that's just kind of unfortunate. Having better monetization for games is extremely important. And I think it makes a better experience for players as well as for game developers. I don't just mean a pay-to-play micropayment at the beginning of every round, because the psychology of that doesn't really necessarily work too well. So today, I want to talk about some incentives and show them, of course, through some of these things that we've been working on. Babbage team has been working on some really cool apps, but then there's also some other presentations from people around the ecosystem who have been also hard at work on creating some games on BSV, and I'm excited to hear from them. So we'll start out with a couple of the things that Babbage has been doing internally, and then we'll go to Dima, we'll go to maybe Crumbs, and anybody who else would like to present. But yeah, let's think about this Doodle Jump thing and how we could monetize it. If we charged everybody, say, a penny every time they played, I think the average user wouldn't like that. But one thing that people really do like is being number one and knowing that they're, the best. They want to show off on a leaderboard, and they want to be, look really cool in front of their friends. So if you do get a high score and you are number one on the leaderboard, well, you want to memorialize that, and you want people to check it out. You want record of the fact that you're number one, and maybe you're willing to pay, maybe not even a penny, maybe you're willing to pay 10 cents just to put your score up on that leaderboard. So you can play as much as you want for free, but the game dev makes money when people care enough about their game and how cool it is that they want to be number one and they want to outdo their friends. And that's where I think that micropayments and the BSV monetization model can shine inside of a game like Climb. Does that rhyme? Shine and Climb. Almost rhymes. So I'm going to turn it over to Braden first. And we're going to go through that. And then maybe we'll go to Jackie afterwards. All right, Braden, take it away.
Yeah, so like Ty said, just seeing how far we could get with vibe code and going back in the day. And then recently, we talked about games on the Metanet this meetup today. So in the last couple of days, I worked on kind of bringing it back and make it a little bit better. Added some cool features and also implemented a new code library called LeaderLib, which is a framework for allowing you to easily add leaderboards to your games, where each of the records are on chain, and you have a attestation server that signs off on the records to prevent people from just kind of submitting it to an overlay or having to have the topic manager's rules be specific to one type of leaderboard. This allows you to track multiple leaderboards across many different games, each with their own rules. Let's see if I can get my screen mirrored here. I was having a few issues. Let's see.
So you want to present your MacBook screen, and then you want to put your iPhone screen onto the MacBook.
Okay, I think I got it here. Can you see my screen? There we go.
You are visible.
Yep.
All right, so this is The Climb by Pure Jump.
Well,
my phone has a... There we go. Yeah. Okay, so basically we have a few different menus items here. Start Climb is the main solo play, so I'll just go ahead and demo it. Oh, no. Come on. This is what happens when you have an old iPhone and the connection is not the best.
Oh, your lightning cable because you're leaning your device.
I think it keeps disconnecting. One second here.
Can you mirror?
That's what I'm trying to do. The normal. Let me see 1 second here.
I ran it on desktop if you want to try that.
That's true, yeah. It does work on desktop as well. I mean, so on mobile, you have the, it will just use the accelerometer data. Just kind of fun, just kind of how Jump does. Let me try one last thing, and then I'll demo it on my computer if it doesn't. All right, I think we got it. I'll just try to be careful here. Okay, here we go.
Oh, yeah.
So you can jump on these certain platforms break, just like in Doodle Jump. You can fly up, you can shoot when there's enemies, and then you see the height that you made it to. And you can see there's a button here that says Save to Ranking. So this will cost me 0.001 BSV if I want to save my score to the leaderboard. If you make it to the top 5, then it charges you slightly higher. I believe it's about 0.01 BSV. And those will go to me. So if people start playing it, a few sats, and it will, I can make a little bit of money and make the game better as people like it. So it's kind of a cool way to incentivize developers to keep working on their games, and people only have to pay when they make it to the leaderboard.
So cool.
So we'll
So
see.
you've got
There's
more
different types of
obstacles, and it
enemies
gets
here.
more difficult as you go higher. And then
Can you fire?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a little bit, I think the orb color or whatever when you shoot changed, and so you can't see it very well right now.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But because I rethemed it, but
yeah,
I'll change the color. So let's go back. Actually, let me demo saving a score as well, just so you can see that.
suppose someone,
Let's say I made 903. I'm like, yay! It's like save to rankings. So let's record that. Okay, and this is within Metanet Explorer, so you have to have Metanet Explorer, or you can do it on desktop as well. And it says save my score here, 903. And if I go back to rankings, you can see. Let's load the latest here.
So we can see all the scores that are on the leaderboard from the blockchain.
So there's my 903, 13th place. And Ty is the champion currently with 22,428. And I can see Go
You
ahead.
got to double your score to get the ties.
Yeah, so it shows you what score. So I'm ranked number 2, and then it says I need to basically double mine, 11,187 to rank up.
So how many goes did you actually play, Ty?
I've played a few times.
Only
But
one.
I've also played Doodle Jump like hundreds of hours.
He's got
as a
mad
kid.
skin in the game. He's been playing Doodle Jump forever.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was quite surprised how similar the physics have
It
been.
is similar, but it's also quite a
It's
bit
also
different.
very
too.
different though.
I
Like,
played
in a lot of
Doodle Jump yesterday just because I hadn't played it in a while to see, and it was quite a bit different.
Mhm.
The game mechanics,
Hmm.
the feel of it.
One of my favorite features of Doodle Jump, though, has been multiplayer.
Yeah.
And so we've been messing around a little bit, and this is early. But we'll try to do it live on air for you guys and run a multiplayer match between Braden and I.
Yeah.
So we'll just go to the.
Ready? Let me know when you're.
I'm going.
Okay.
Should match us. I see you. Ready? Hitting ready.
Okay.
Here we go. Who can get across the finish line first?
Wait, is yours? Are you going?
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh,
it's-
that's. There's clearly some issues.
You
Okay,
got
I
a head
I got
start.
a head start.
Well,
Not intentional at all.
no.
Oh, and I fell
Oh.
actually. Okay. Does it show
Should
that
we
you
try to
won?
Play again.
Yeah.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
I think.
Whoa.
Interesting.
It's weird because our internet
see
connection
you.
is being used for the live stream as well, so I wonder if we're not seeing too much of the interactive elements.
I recently added back support for detecting if you have access to the accelerometer data and stuff too. So
Yeah.
I wonder if that's interfering with the
I got across.
start. Nice.
All right, so multiplayer is still a work in progress, but
Yeah.
we're making additional features, and we're going to have this game deployed at a public URL. I think it'll be climb.mountaintops.net,
We'll figure it out. Yeah.
and we'll have that next week for everybody
Yep.
to check out.
Hmm.
So that's a
Man,
game
speaking
that we're
of,
building.
speaking of additional features, I wish we could show both of your screens at once on screen.
Yeah.
Consider it, StreamYard. Think about
That would be cool.
the possibilities.
Yeah.
And the LeaderLib code library, I think we're gonna make open source as well, right?
Yeah, so the LeaderLib essentially is a framework for building on-chain leaderboards where you incentivize people to be number one in your game by building a cool game, and then you get paid when people want to be number one and they put themselves on the leaderboard. And then, of course, there's an attestation system so that your game can sign off on the authenticity of scores, and there's no cheating, and that type of thing. So there's an overlay network that uses in the back end with blockchain. There's the monetization component where you pay the game developer when you have gotten a number one score. And then, of course, there's the integration on the client side within the game itself. And all of those components are going to be made freely available for anybody to use within their projects. We're very excited to see what people do with the leaderboard library.
Is there a library that you use for the real-time multiplayer part of Climb?
It just use WebSockets with Supabase for now, but I might move away from that.
Yeah, Supabase, what edge function things, and then
Yeah.
WebSockets.
Yep.
I bet like a WebRTC thing could be,
Hmm.
Different architectures, but different games do things. And the point is, not all aspects of this are going to be blockchain. It'll be however someone wants to achieve their functionality, whether it's, Unity game engine or, there's some other ones in JavaScript. What is that one?
Phaser.
Phaser. Yeah. So, lots of different stuff out there.
What's the link to Climb?
It's not live yet.
The
We're gonna
domain
put it
mapping
live next
is not
week.
there yet.
It's going to be on climb.mountaintops.net. And you'll also be able to see it on the Metanet app catalog, metanetapps.com, and maybe Metanet Games, if we build a Metanet game website.
We'll mention it on X, so look out for that.
Follow us on X at Project Babbage if you want to know the latest details on LeaderLib and this game and all the other games that are going on around the Metanet. So,
Yep.
Next up, I think that Jackie has been working on some cool stuff recently.
Yeah.
So go ahead, Jackie. Do you want me to put your screen up?
Yes, please. Jackie display.
Which
Currently, there's not much to show, but I want to explain some stuff first before we dive into the game. What's it called? So the Thrill Arcade has been a thing for a while now, and that's gained some popularity. And it's really the first gaming thing I've seen utilizing the Metanet wallet. I'm sure there's others, but that's the first one that I really connected with, and I really like their architecture.
So shout out Calhoun Brothers.
Yeah, Calhoun. Will. And I wanted to expand on that a little bit and turn it into a recurring thing. So instead of paying per play, you would pay per week of play. And that week of play would be something unique. And at the end of that week utilizing the leader lib, we would choose a winner based on whoever gets the highest score. And instead of paying out to a random person by lottery, it would pay out to the person who gets the best score. So that's the general concept behind this game that I'm calling Metaspeed. So I guess I'll run through it first.
Yeah. Maybe give a concept of like what is this game and how is the goal of the game?
Yeah, so the game is it's a 2D platformer, and the goal of the game is just to get from point A to point B as fast as possible. And lowest time wins. So you pay to enter a level, and the levels are generated, or not generated, but
we create a new level every week.
Yeah, or so. Or that's the idea anyway. And ideally, what's it called? You have this little character running around.
Nice.
Yeah. Oops. And you can die, but what's it called? Everything is time-based. So it's still really rough in the works. This has been a project that I started 2 days ago, but
your goal is to get to the end as quickly as possible, and that's your time.
Yep.
Oh, right.
And if you want to save it, do you pay?
Right now, the first place is me with a time of 11:41. And if you scroll down on the page, you can see who has signed up and how much the pot is. And the pot is 75% of all of the earnings of the website. And that can be cashed out at any time.
When the level closes.
When the level closes, yeah. And then next level appears and the pot begins at 0. So whoever joins adds to the pot. And you can see the leaderboard down here. Currently it's only me, but
Nice.
I look forward to joining the leaderboard and challenging Jackie, and we'll see.
Yeah, totally.
That's cool.
But the website isn't up yet because we've been running into issues this morning with some of our deployment stuff.
We'll be deploying all of the games that Babbage is building next week, and they'll be live, and we'll post about them on X.
It takes a little while. Building games is hard. I'd never built a game before, and I started building one to try and prepare it for this episode. Did not make it happen. But luckily, you guys were able to deliver. This game is really cool, though. It reminds me of another game. What is it? And have you thought about adding a level building aspect to this?
I have actually. And eventually, I'm sure there will be multiple levels that will be live at the same time. And currently, it does have support for that.
Cool.
So we can have multiple levels going on at the same time, multiple people challenging, and possibility of a level editor. But that's down the line.
That's awesome.
But
and all of this stuff essentially has been created and vibe coded and maybe not vibe coded, but we've been just building this stuff in like the past week or so. So it's not like we've been spending a lot of time, at least on the Babbage side with these. However, I mean, for how long this has taken, and now you have this concept and you've demonstrated, like why someone would want to, get really good at this game, and you don't need ads, and you have a way to make money for making the game. Someone has a way to make money when they're the best. These are new things that wouldn't be possible without using this technology. It's not just like some NFT that you buy and it's an in-game item and you spend $400. It's like just people enjoying themselves, playing fun games on the Metanet in only the way that BSV blockchain and Metanet can deliver. And that's what we think this is about. And hopefully we can improve, and we want competition. We want people to try to build better games than us. We want people, and that's one of the things we'll talk about when we get to the other presentations too. So very exciting times for gaming. I think it's one of the biggest use cases of blockchain, and we're excited to see where it goes. With that, I think we have at least 2 more presenters here today talking about games on the Metanet.
Jackie.
So congrats.
Yeah, great work.
It's really good.
And we'll be seeing more about this game and about Pure Jump and other things like that in the coming days and weeks. So all right, let's think. Let's go to Dima next. You have the floor. Go ahead. Feel free to present.
Yeah, I'm Dima. I'm working on a project on a mobile MMORPG game called Asians Republic. Like Ty initially said, that we should think of adding blockchain as something meaningful, not as a fifth wheel to any project, to a game. So it should be something meaningful. Ownership is one of the things. Like high score is another. And we at Ageless Republic decided to do kind of multiple things because blockchain allows to have ownership. That's nice and clear. You can transfer that. You can find or craft items in the game and trade or just transfer. Another thing is important, that's traceability. So we want to trace, because it's not a secret, there are plenty of bugs in the game and exploits that people just make stuff. And with blockchain, you can trace each item, how it was made, who made it, when. That's another big reason for adding blockchain. And another thing we added recently is just payout to our users. Our users play the game, levels up, and gets a little bit of tokens. And we started with money, USD coin, the stable coin. So with that, and we are adding now, should be ready, I hope in the next couple of days, should be ready for BSV giveaways to players that level up. But the best thing is if I wanted to present on my mobile, but I wasn't sure if it's going to work or not, so I just recorded my screen. I'm probably going to present that.
Okay.
Do you see it? Not yet.
Just look out for the feed. Where is? I can add this to the stage. I'm going to go ahead and add it. Oops. There we are.
Let me know when
Your screen is visible. It's live.
Okay, so we put it on handheld just because it's very easy. very very quick, very kind of simple. Simple interface is always better than complex. So pretty much that's what you see when you're opening the game. You just connect your Handcash wallet, click login, and you're in the game. Assuming you know you have a wallet already and you know how to use it. You create your character, name it pretty standard in mobile gaming, and you are pretty much in the game and run around, kill monsters, kill enemies, collect uh, different. So many of these items are pretty much collectible or harvestable. Uh, yeah, you can wander
When you
around.
collect an item, does it go into your wallet on the blockchain?
Right now we have fungible as we want to add as a fungible tokens, but not yet. So items when you add, they are like material. They are not yet on blockchain, but when you craft it, we'll get back to it. It's on blockchain on as hand cash item that you can whatever transfer, trade, do whatever you want. So pretty much kind of normal RPG game where you go and kill monsters, collect material from them. Like here, you kill that rabbit, you collect the skin from it. I know it's difficult, and you craft your own like armor. Uh, Pretty standard feature that all MMORPG games have. Sometimes when you kill a monster or enemy, you get like a recipe for special items. Uh, those are a little bit more rare and exceptional. Like here, you it says you killed a monster, you got a new recipe, like a star. So you can go and craft that item, have it in your, could put it on, use it because it makes you a little bit better. And of course, it's sent directly to Handcash wallet and loaded in the game automatically. A couple seconds delay, yeah. Here, this is the item. You have it. You're pretty familiar with to do with it on Handcash. So plenty of different resources and material uh, that you can collect. You need that material uh, to craft your items. So crafting swords, crafting bows require material. So you need to collect it at first or trade from other players. Sometimes you find monsters that kill you. Normal. You have to be better. Level up and
I have to level up a bit.
yeah. For leveling up, we added this like you fight monster, you kill them, you gain XP, and you level up. When you level up, we had it that you get a couple money tokens indirectly to your Handcash wallet. We're gonna add ESE, so you're gonna get Satoshis instead in a few days. So every time you level up, we pay you instead of you paying. But you can still use your BSV to trade with other people, buy from them something that they craft that is good and worth crafting. Because similar to and one more thing, there are a bunch of skills like wood cutting, mining, things like that, and you get tokens for every skill you level up. Like here, you leveled up your wood cutting, you got couple couple tokens. Yeah, so you need to craft like here. You craft your own items. You craft this stuff. 95% of items you craft, unfortunately or fortunately, like in real life, is garbage. Because it's useless. You just toss it off and break it. But sometimes you get like good quality or exceptional quality, that you can use to make you stronger, or you can use to sell it if you craft multiple. Yes,
Nice.
things like that. You level up. Again, every skill you level up, you get something, you get rewarded for playing the game. All items that you craft at the table, crafting table, that are NFTs sent directly to your Handcash wallet. Feel free to do anything with them or put it on, because the starting equipment that you get doesn't have any bonuses. Items you craft have different bonuses based on luck and your skill. So the better you become, the better items you craft, and of course involves a little bit of luck. So you just put better items. And of course, like you see this victory, have all players that play this game initially, like in the very starting point, we send them out like this XP booster that helps level up faster. So everybody who played got one, and people are going to be getting special rewards. And of course, you can see all the items in Handcash wallet. Uh, Plenty of things to do. This is like a backbone that's already done, but we need to improve the graphics. Animations is still a little bit, still need to work a little, but it's still pretty good as a solid backbone exists. And of course, there's plenty of tasks in the game that you do. You get another special rewards. For example, uh, like NPC tells you, hey, collect 50 coals. You go and collect 50 coals, you get a mount piece, mount fragment. Collect 10 fragments, and you can summon a mount, and you can summon horse. There are a couple different ones, but in this case, horse that you can collect in the game, all yours. You get it as an NFT, and you can use it in the game to travel faster in the world. Of course, the world is somewhat small as of yet. We just need to expand it, so it requires a little bit more work. Uh, but overall, I think it's pretty good. Yeah, so like this. Couple other items that I didn't report. You can trade between players, like peer-to-peer. You can talk to other people and just trade in game, transfer your tokens in the game. Another thing is guilds. You can create a guild in the game and level up faster, do more, because together is easier. You can party. If the monster is too strong, you can get together and beat that guy and enjoy it. The biggest thing is enjoyment. So it's pretty much, if this is your type of game, uh, feel free to download the game, and even if not, just downloading helps, because it kind of numbers up our visibility. But if you play, it's even better if that's your type of game. If you want to earn a little bit Satoshi, yeah, leave a review, share. Actually, you can share that a link. You can refer users to the game, and we haven't decided how to reward our people that share information about the game, but people will get special rewards for sharing. We have an option that you can get your personal link, and it counts how many people you refer to the game. So if you want to help, feel free to share that information. Plenty of more work that still needs to be done. If you want to support the project, feel free to buy an item on the Handcash market. Uh, Good if not, it just helps by downloading and playing the game. Good enough. Thanks,
Very good.
And it's available on the App Store, is that correct?
Excuse me?
Is it available in the iOS App Store?
It's available on App Store and the Google Play Store.
Okay.
All right, so it's an
Nice.
app for your iPhone or your Android phone. You can download and play this game. Check it out. And yeah, I mean, it uses hand cache. We as Babbage, we will say we like to have things that are BRC 100, so then we can have interoperability, and it's not just one system. Like, I hope hand cache wouldn't ever go offline or anything, but I hope we can be more vendor neutral in the future. However, this is not the point. The point is you made a really cool game, and it uses BSV, and we're excited, and we want you to succeed and get lots of people using it. Very happy to know that you're here building stuff in the ecosystem, and we'll show you some love on the App Store. In fact, I would encourage everybody to leave a review and help provide the necessary resources to not only maybe if we want to explore adding the Metanet wallet, so then you can use that if you have it. Then you don't need to have hand cache if you want. But then also we want to support each other and give feedback. If you like this game, anything you want to change, anything you want to check out. Certainly, Dima is on the Babbage Slack, so he's available to send message there too. Join.bsv.chat. Yeah, thank you for presenting this. It's a nice looks like there's some cool aspects with the crafting and making unique items and things. I look forward as time goes on to help integrate more advanced blockchain features, just so then you can create more key differentiators between your game and others like it using this technology. So thank you, Dima. And next we have Crumbs again. You were here last time. I recognize you from the last meetup and the one before and the one before. Let's see where. So you were also working on a game. You briefly mentioned at the end of last meetup that you were still working on it. Also hand cache, but you said you're planning Metanet integration as well. Is that true?
Yeah, I can show you what it looks like.
Let's see your game. Let's have the presentation. Let's bring it up.
I'm gonna have to rejoin the call because I'm using a new browser and I have to give me 1 second.
All right. Well, we can have you pop back in just a second.
Because I can't share my screen.
I see. It's going to need to be a permissions thing. All right. Well, you can drop off and do that. We'll keep everybody occupied while you are doing this process. Meanwhile, let's see. If I was going to have a monologue or a soliloquy or something like that, let's see if I can make this work. Mike, is my phone visible? Can you put it up on the...
Now it is.
Can you put it up on the live stream?
It's right there.
It's right there. I see it.
So what I'd like to do, just while we're waiting, is just, I don't know.
You can try to beat your record.
He just wants to show off his
let's play some
jump skills.
Before we started, I was like, do you want to do it or should I do it?
Well, what is it?
So you're like, do you want a demo or should I demo it? You seemed like you kind of wanted to.
But I just...
Yeah, I'm back, guys.
You're back,
yeah.
Okay, and you can put your screen up?
Ty's got to finish.
Not until I take your screen down. I'm sure you're going to do very well, Ty. We're taking you down now. Okay, all right.
I just have to get the ‑1 score really quick, and then I'll save my score on the board, and then we'll move on.
He's got to beat his own score.
Will I be able
to addicting? Oh no.
22,000 while I'm live on air? I don't know. It's quite hard, but almost died. I'll take this guy though. All right. Well, I beat. Oh no. Okay. Well, I beat Braden. I got 12. Let's see. It says top 5 score, and so because it's top 5, it cost me a little bit more, right?
Yeah.
How much does this actually cost in USD? So I can save this on the blockchain. I have to approve the transaction. Anyways,
Yeah.
All right.
Actually,
Now
no. You
that
should have
Ty's-
two leaderboards. One for desktop because it's
different leaderboard for
yeah,
desktop, of
different.
course.
I did think
because,
about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know.
So,
All right. Well,
Now,
anyway,
now
that was-
that Ty's beaten Braden publicly, we can go ahead and put your screen up if you're ready, Crumbs.
Yeah, I
ahead,
think I'm trying
sorry.
it. I don't know. It says I am. But...
All right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. Thanks. Well, I just want to say, Dima, I love the progress. I check in on your game every now and then. It looks better every time I check it. So great progress. Love the other stuff as well. Yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense to just, copy stuff that works, which is not what I've done here. Or maybe elements from different things, but I'll try to be concise. Real brief first. There's a new feature on Pixel War, which lets you do some cool stuff. For example, promote Ageless Republic. You can open the shop. You can buy and upgrade the stencil tool. And if you have that tool, you can now file pick. This also works on mobile, by the way. You can file pick a file from your desktop. Then you can choose a crop for it. And then if I confirm it, you get a stencil. So you can just draw over it.
Oh.
Mm.
So even if you don't know how to draw, you can cheat like this.
Nice.
Draw like, the nice Nakamoto, whatever. Anyway, this is the update on Pixel War. Some minor tweaks, but that's the big one. Belf, it's the game I want to show. I'll just play it a little bit and I'll just talk out loud. So you start out with a drop pod. You can catch some stuff which gives you extra resources in the main game, which is this. So you get a random hero. There's 3 heroes in the game right now. Start at level 1. Each hero has 4 skills, 3 skills and an ultimate, which you can unlock at level 6. Each skill can be leveled up 10 times. You have items, which you can buy in different ways. And your drop pod can be used to clone your hero. So if you die, you restart where you cloned your hero, kind of like EVE Online. And this will cost money, like 1 cent with your Metanet wallet. You can build towers like this as well. Mage towers or arrow towers or other things. And there's premium towers, which you'll have to connect your Metanet wallet or your Handcash wallet. You can play the entire game without having any wallet. That's the point of it. Mm-hmm. If you want to have an edge, then you're going to have to connect your wallet. At this point, there's no NFTs. I don't really plan to add NFTs other than unlockable DLCs, which are sold on. Why? I'm mostly interested in using Bitcoin as money. So I want people to pay me to make better games and better apps rather than making an entire secondary economy of stuff that is, I think it's very interesting, but it needs to serve a purpose. And basically, I just want to, improve the games and apps that I make and not put ads in. And if people pay me, small amounts of money, then that means I don't have to put in ads. So you can start the wave and then, there's enemies coming. I unlocked Vanguard Rush, so I can just use this, which slows the enemies as well. There's 3 waves to every level. And when you clear the 3rd wave, you get to pick a different level, which also has different enemies. There's 42 different types of enemies in the game, which all have art as well. And I can upgrade my towers, or I can sell them if I want to. Let's build a siege tower. And my heroes level up, so I'll just use the spectral blade, and I can shoot some kind of icicle, whatever. Your hero has levels, but also there's different damage types, so it's kind of like rock, paper, scissors. Not everything is good against everything else. Your stats are modified by the items, and there's also, so now I finished the level. I get to go to the shop. There's still no items in here, I still have to implement that. The shop is random. There's 5 different shops in there right now. and then when I finish the level, I can choose a different sector, because the storyline will roughly be the different heroes are abducted from different planets, and they kind of have to compete in a sort of battle royale kind of a game, making it all the way till the final sector, and then they're kind of like brought back to their home planet, and they all have a different storyline with different unlocks when you finish the storyline. But basically, you can choose from different sectors, which will have different events happen, basically. So now I'm going to the sewer sector, if it doesn't crash my game, which it might very well do. No, that doesn't work. Okay, I think I botched that, but that's the main game loop. If I play it again, I'll get a different hero. There's currently an elf, a dwarf, and a human. And what I would love to hear from anyone watching this or participating in the call is, what do you like? Okay, I got the same one. What do you like? What do you not like? Anything that would make it better. You can comment on the Slack thread, or you can just DM me. Or so now I have a dwarf, and I can make laser turrets that can shoot.
Nice.
That's the game. And the Metanet aspect is, you can do extra stuff if you connect your wallet, and some of it will cost money and some of it won't, and some of it allows you to save progress as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I do want to add hot seat multiplayer at some point, so that when you start your session, you can choose that people are basically, you have to opt out that people can't join your game, and if you don't, then if someone else starts the game, they will just be dropped where you were in the game, with a hero that's a comparable level, and then the enemies become twice as strong, and then you can basically play together in the same level.
That's cool.
Very cool.
I'd love to hear any questions or comments.
Yeah.
Well, where can we go to check this game out? Is it on the web or is it on mobile?
Yeah,
Obviously,
pelf.app.
PELF health.app.
Yeah.
Is there any significance behind the name?
It's Old English for loot, and it was the short domain name I could get, and you basically collect stuff along the way, and you are the loot for the aliens, so you have to stop being your loot by finishing the game.
Nice.
Very cool.
Mm.
Well, I'm happy to see that you've added both wallets, and I'm also happy to see more games just coming up, and I think, it always seems like every time we have a Metanet meetup, Crumbs, you're here, you've built something, ready to share it. We haven't announced the topic of the next one yet, but before we do that, I think that Joel was going to possibly join. We'll see if that's a thing that happens. I sent him a StreamYard link. He sent me a DM and said something like he wanted to join and talk about something. So he's been working on a game.
I messaged him and he said, maybe I can talk about it in a bit. But he did reply with, after beta testing, he'll talk about it more publicly. It wasn't ready yet. So
he's not ready to do that.
All right.
I messaged him like, where are you? They're talking about games. I know you're building a game. So
Okay.
If he joins, he joins. If not, we can go ahead and we can move on, I think. But yeah, I thought he was. A couple of questions here from Archie, looks like. And one of them was, is there a decentralized system, right? MetanetApps.com is a decentralized system where you can publish entries associated with your applications. I see Joel starting to join the StreamYard. So welcome, Joel, if you're going to join us. Happy to have you up.
Devices.
So there's a games tag. You can tag your apps with the label on MetanetApps.com, and this is essentially a way you can, publish things. So
and someone could build. Well, maybe we'll build it at some point, because I think I have or I posted a link to a proof of concept I made a few months ago. But you could filter just by the games category, so you don't have a standalone website that is just showing all the Metanet games.
And I
Kinda
think
like Steam.
Jackie, well, oh, there you are, Joel.
Gee. Hello, everyone.
How's it
Hi.
going?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, good to see you and hear you.
I'm just trying to sort out my background is blurred. Brilliant. Well, sorry, finish what you're saying and then I'll talk about my thing.
Yeah, we were just talking about Metanet apps and how you can publish your games for all people to see, and we'll feature them in the games category. If you're a developer who created a game, Crumbs, have you put Pelf? Are you going to put it up on Metanet apps? We got Pixel War. Did you put that one up?
Yeah, Pixel War is up there, but I'll put the other game on there. I'll put Belf up there when it's actually fully integrated.
Yeah.
And Braden, do you want to talk about the new feature that you added
Reviews.
to Metanet apps? Yeah.
Yeah. Now
How does
you
that
can go onto any of the apps, check them out, and if you like them or don't like them, you can leave a review. It will cost you, I think it's like over
25
probably
cents?
around 25 cents or
Quarter?
something maybe to leave a review to help mitigate spam, and that will go directly to the publisher of the app to help incentivize them to make their game better. And then you can also, if you want to leave them an additional tip or whatever, you can click support developer and pay them, and they'll be able to access those on PurePay.
So that goes directly to your PurePay incoming payments inbox.
Mhm.
If you have apps on metanetapps.com, someone can show support for you taking the time to build and publish your apps. They can leave you feedback on there now. So get access to some high quality feedback and get paid for it
Mhm.
on Metanet
Yeah,
apps.
because even if they don't like your app, you still get paid for it. So,
Right. Well, if they're making something known, like
mhm.
you should not use this app because of this reason, well, still paying the developer. Maybe the developer will fix it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't want to pay a dev 25 cents because you don't like their app, like you might not dislike it that much, I guess, I don't know. Like,
Yeah, you don't care to help improve
it's
it.
not that big of a deal to pay someone 25 cents to say that you don't like their app. But it also mitigates a lot of spam. So, so metanetapps.com is a great place to get feedback as well as letting more people know about your app.
Mhm.
I want to acknowledge Amy V. I've seen you in here a couple times. We haven't added you up. Let's do that if we can. So welcome to the stage. You're welcome to chime in with questions or anything like that. We're just going through our presentations. But yeah, let's see. Joel, did you want to go into your?
Okay.
You have the floor.
Ask questions throughout as I try to explain what I built. As I tried to explain what I built to someone earlier on a dog walker, completely non-Bitcoiner, and she seemed to get it. So I think I'm getting better at the explanation. But
Nice.
So basically, what I built is completely new genre of gaming, and you have single-player games and you have multiplayer games. What I built is a single-player game with multiplayer elements, so that as you play your game as a single player, and then other people play their games as single-player games. But actions, say like Braden's playing the game and Dima's playing the game, certain actions that Braden does in his game will have effects in Dima's game and effects in everyone's game around the world. So it's like shadow effects. So
Interesting.
it's an RPG game. It's text-based for now. But say like it's a typical, you're a fighter, mage, rogue, but it's also got other classes like trader or farmer. So say like if you're a trader, you trade, Braden trades in from one place to another. That might make stock appear in Dima's game where he can buy weapons or other stuff. Or a farmer sells his goods, that might make trader stuff appear to do things. It's a completely serverless game. So there's no servers, there's no P2P connections, but it has this multiplayer element. And this is done because blockchain magic, which I will further explain it in a minute. So this completely new genre of gaming isn't possible without blockchain technology. If you imagine blockchain, the way to try to explain it, now I'm going to explain it on a level to Bitcoiners. So anyone listening, I'm assuming you have the basic understanding. 1 second, let me just silence the phone.
It's a busy man.
That's a cool idea, though. It's interesting dynamics
I
there.
think those effects could be very interesting. I'm very curious whether you have how far have you gotten? Have you gotten to a conceptual level? Have you actually got a demo or something where you want to, or where you've like created something visual you can show us, or you just want to kind of explain and then we can go into some of the concepts.
Were you asking me then? Because
yes. Have you got a visual presentation?
It's 1 week from beta, so it runs, it works beautifully, but I'm not ready to show people it until the beta testing, and then I'm going to invite more people in. I've had a few people testing it for me over the last year or so. It's been in the works for the last year and a month or so, and that's like 6-7 days a week, 10-12 hours a day. Some days, some months, a whole month without a break. So that's why I've been silent for the last year or so, because I've been very focused on this. So some of the things about the GM triggers, the Bitcoin transaction triggers, which I call GM triggers, but it's also player triggers as well. Because I'm gonna explain some of this, because this is something which I'm hoping to show off to the rest of the gaming industry. My main target audience isn't Bitcoiners, it's gamers and game developers.
As it should be.
That's my target audience. So I'm going to spit up some examples of this game can be played without Bitcoin transactions. And the way I built it is that a player can come across somewhere, say like they come across a guard in a road, and the game blocks you off from going to the expansion area unless you pay a transaction. So, you come there's a guard that says you've got to pay the fee to pass. Anyone can pay the fee for you. If you start the mechanism which says pay the fee, anyone can pay the fee for you. So a player doesn't have to have a Bitcoin wallet. They can be in a Discord, or they can be on Twitter or whatever, and say, can someone pay this fee for me, because I can't get through and I don't have Bitcoin and I don't know how to get Bitcoin. That enables anyone to pay the fee, and which then triggers for the player. They can walk through and they can go, oh, that's interesting, because it automatically affects the game. You pay, it goes ping in the game, and the game goes, okay, that's, you can go through. So not only is it for like trade goods, farmer goods and whatnot, it's for like mechanisms like going through doorways or gates. You have various towns and areas which you have to pay these fees, and these fees are like 1/100th of a penny, because I'm showing off the microtransactions as well. So people are like, oh no, Bitcoin, they think BTC, as we all know, and they think, oh, it's going to cost a few pounds or £5 or whatever. It's like, no, actually it's going to cost 100th of a penny. I can go lower, but I put it at 100th of a penny to give me some wiggle room to go up or down as needed. And then people pay that, and they go through, they see the passes, and brilliant. But ideally, eventually they go, oh, I need a wallet myself, because I don't have to keep asking other people. And then they get told, oh, this is where you get a nice wallet, and here's like a penny, and a penny will see someone through for like easily a month or so if they're just going the normal routes. And that allows them to create transactions and to get involved and to see what it's all about, because I want to see people to see that, they can send transactions, microtransactions, and what it can really do. It's not about, they say, oh, but you're not making any money on this. And I turn around and I say, well, the point isn't to make money. The point is to use transactions to act as a trigger mechanism to allow you to do things. And on the dev side, it allows me to see how many people are actually accessing parts of the game. If ever I want to do some qualitative research and say,
couldn't I do that with Google Analytics though, or something that doesn't need the blockchain? I'm just trying to understand the differentiator. Like what makes this
key thing, no servers. That's one of the key things.
Well,
any
does that
dev-
matter to devs for games, though?
Yes, because you don't have to pay for a server then, and you don't have the technical hit of having to set up a server and to run a server and to keep it updated, but mainly because you don't have to pay for it. So you can create a multiplayer game using the blockchain as your server. That
Who runs
records all the data.
So then you'd use like a chain scanning service, like what's on chain or something to.
How would we pay for
Exactly.
the chain scanning service? Yeah.
No,
I think that was-
you use something like what's on chain.
Do you think that would scale though? If there got lots of
There's
users?
a lot of people. Yeah.
That's another beautiful method of this. There's a server, you hit scaling limits, but with this method, there's no scaling limits because you're not playing on the blockchain, you're playing on your own computer. You could have 10 million players and they're playing on their own computer, just sending transactions to the blockchain. Ping, ping, ping.
But then how would you
As
go?
long as... Sorry.
If you had to go find the particular transaction that say unlocked the gate or whatever where the guard was, right? If you want to go find that transaction, you have to have some service that lets you know about it, right? Like a indexer that's scanning for those types of, unless you're using an overlay or something that only cares about the subset of transactions.
And if
It
you do
only
use
cares
that
about
overlay, you
that
have to
particular-
pay.
From the player's point of view, you only care about that particular transaction. From the games developer point of view, you see it in your wallet. If you want to go check, you've got it written down which addresses trigger what area or trigger what. And you can go check that out. But also from a player's point of view, what I've done to try to make it a bit easier is on the gaming website part of it, I put a QR code up there for them. And in the game, it says, you need to send X amount to this address or go to this URL. There's a QR code for you. You can just scan that. Because, obviously, a key part of it is make it as easy for the player as you can.
Yeah.
So yeah, serverless game, serverless multiplayer. No reliance on the server to pay for it, to update it. If servers go down, that doesn't affect you at all.
I don't know about. I see.
Know?
Well, I hope that we can. Yeah, it'll be cool to see that evolve, and I know there's costs associated with multiplayer and making things work.
Interesting to see how that actually.
We'll find ways to cover those costs using micropayments, and maybe that'll help.
There's other things you can do with it as well, which isn't just letting the player access sites or access new areas. It's from because it's an RPG game, but this can be done in any type of game. You can have a GM type of control. So if I want to create a thunderstorm, I've got a couple of things I've done so far, like make a red dragon appear for a day. So if I trigger a certain mechanism, if I send a certain value to a certain transaction, because it's value based as well, it's not just to an address. It's got to be a specific value to an address. And you can change that as well. It doesn't have to be a specific value. It can be anything over this value or anything around that value. And so you can change it to whatever you want. As a GM, if I send a specific transaction to an address, I summon a dragon in everyone's game, which is online. And then players can interact with that dragon for a little while. If the code, for my means, if the dragon appears only for a day. But I can do lightning storms. I've got one for a zombie swarm, a little zombie swarm for players.
And who coordinates the state of this application across all these players?
What do you mean?
Who coordinates the state of these events like dragons and lightning storms across all the players who happen to be online at a given time? I just need to understand how you've designed this in such a way as to not require. I'm just a little skeptical. I mean, I understand that,
I think what Joel's saying is it would use a chain scanning service to scan for incoming transactions to a particular address.
To a particular address, and then when those transactions receive with a particular amount, then it would perform the actions.
Then it triggers for every game that is online.
Yes.
And every game that is online will have like a zombie swarm or a dragon appear or anything like that. So I don't then after that I don't monitor that after that.
Right.
If their game turns off or anything, and then it saves the state on their own personal computer.
That makes sense.
Mhm.
There are some.
It can
Yeah.
go on. Sorry.
Well, I think that there's some ideas there that when they scale up, we'll need to account for some of the costs associated with coordinating that state, delivering that information from block explorers and things. Because I don't think block explorers will be free forever. But when we build an overlay and when we move beyond those models, I do think there will need to be some cost. But I do recognize that there's some value associated with maybe using the blockchain to move some money between players. And I look forward to seeing where that goes and how it develops at scale. It's an interesting idea.
Massively.
Well, and I want to help it to evolve in the right ways, and I'm I think that
to add to
it. Go ahead, Rob.
There's more things that can be done, and more things that the direction it's going is. You slightly got to one of the things as well is that you can create a player-based economy as well. In the later expansion, which I've already built out parts of, players can own shops.
Yeah,
and this can be done again in any type of game, any genre, where players own shops and players buy items from the shops. Digital items, and these items go straight to the player, and also the money goes straight to the player who owns the shop. So you are creating a in-game economy, which is linked to the real economy as well.
Yeah.
And another key thing as well, which I will be expanding upon early next month, is with this, so normal types of gaming models and such, obviously the companies get paid money. The companies get paid for the players playing the game, and then they pay the creators who create the content of the game, and so and so. And it's the normal, boss, business, and employees model. But this model, what I'm going to be doing is recruiting creators, non-devs, probably more, and because I'm creating a bit of a framework for them to say, look, this is how you create a house, this is how you create a village, this is how you create the basic areas. And people who enter your area, they will have to pay that passage fee to enter your area, and that money goes straight to you. So I will be bringing. Yeah, exactly. And so the better the area, that makes players go, oh, I want to explore that area, and they tell other players about it, the more money they will get. And I want to encourage content creators to create these areas, obviously, make them bigger and better. And they can, in these areas, they can even have more payment areas where there's a dungeon or castle or a cellar or whatever. And this is to encourage content creators who can't write code, don't know how to do a Bitcoin transaction or anything.
They can still be valuable in that economy.
Yes, exactly. And it also, to the game overall, it adds to the content of the overall game.
I look forward to seeing some of these ideas come to fruition, and I look forward to seeing what you release. Joel, you're a blue sky thinker. You really, you have a lot of ideas and good ones. I look forward to seeing that stuff get developed. Where can people go to stay updated? Are you going to be posting on X? Are you going to be in the Metanet ICU? Where do we find out when this launches, and how do we check it out?
Both, and also the Babbage Slack as well. I'm going to post in the Babbage Slack, Metanet ICU, and X. I'll be asking for beta testers first of all. It's just little bugs and typos, and I'm a bit of a perfectionist when it comes to spelling, so I'll be asking people to point things out like that. There's a Discord which I haven't made public yet, so I'll be asking people to post other errors and whatnot in there. I'll also be doing little competitions if people want their names mentioned. The long-term idea behind this is, so far there's a kingdom, it's a big area, and the long term is to create worlds So every single person's game is a separate world, and each world will be massive. And as players do things which have shadow effects on everyone else's world, this will grow. And there will be a massive economy within each person's game, which touches each person's economy as well. And this will in turn have an effect on the Bitcoin economy above, a tiny effect, a ripple effect. But and also, if you imagine it like a two-dimensional world with the two-dimensional blockchain above it and the real world above that, and these games exist in the two-dimensional world below, and they all affect each other, and they all get affected by the blockchain, which connects all the worlds together.
Maybe you'll be the butterfly who flaps his wings and then causes all of these ripple effects, and there's massive downstream implications for everything. And that could be a good idea.
It's
guys,
entanglement.
wrap up.
Entanglement is what you're doing.
Yeah, no, I do think it's great just kind of implementing these types of ideas to bring people in who aren't familiar with Bitcoin at all. And I think it's encouraging. I think it's encouraging to anybody who wants to educate people who are outside of the community to use these tools, because we think they're important. So yeah, great.
I forgot to actually talk about the game itself a little bit. Well, I talked about.
Well, you talked about the world, and you talked about the interaction.
Makes sense.
Yeah. I'd give it like just a couple of minutes to just say. So it's an RPG game, text-based. Have I got time before I
think we're a little bit over our usual time. Probably wrapping up.
We'll jump to a recap, but we can certainly, people can reach out to you afterwards through X or through.
It would be,
Well, yeah, and definitely consider coming back to show it off when you.
We look forward to seeing when you have.
Really want to see this.
Yeah,
sounds cool.
We'll come back and so to recap today, we've talked about a lot of things. I think like at least 4 or 5. Let's see. So there was the Pure Jump presentation. There was Jackie, your platformer, Metaspeed. We then had Dima. You gave your
Agents Republic.
Agents
Republic. Yeah.
And then we had Crumbs with Build.app, and
Andy gave an update on Pixel War.
Yes, and an update on Pixel War. So there's been a lot we've covered today, and in a short amount of time too. And then obviously thanks to Joel for coming on and talking about his thing as well. Looking forward to seeing that launch. Next meetup is going to be 2 weeks, I think. Well, let's see. When is the next one? When is the first Friday in February? Do we know?
6th.
The 6th?
Yep.
So it'll be Friday, February 6th, and we're going to be talking about real world. So welcome to the real world in the sense of things that have some relation to physical interactions, of a GPS location, a physical object, photographs of the real world, and anchoring those real world locations and places and people and things onto the blockchain via various applications and use cases. So that's going to be the theme for next time.
On the 30th, not the 6th.
It's on the first Friday of the first and third Friday of each month, I believe. So
if there's more than, I guess I haven't decided. If there's more than 2 Fridays,
yes, just selves.
So we'll go 3 weeks, and we'll go on the 6th.
I think that's good for this one, especially if people actually want to work on stuff. There's
and so you have an extra week
for real world.
Yes, you have an extra week. To prepare some things. I mean, draw some inspiration from Tom O'Neill. He did the Adventure SV thing as well. That was an example of a real world, anchored, these trails, and you could like hike and do these tracking of your adventures in, with GPS and photos and all of that. We'll see what we can go build for that. looking forward to some great presenters in 3 weeks. And guys, this is always a really great reminder of how many people are here building stuff. It feels like we haven't had an issue with getting people to check things out and to come on board and give a presentation. I'm very excited to be continuing to host these for long into the future and for getting the stuff out here. So the goal is create a platform for people who have stuff to present, to just get it out there and let people check it out. Not because it's Bitcoin, but because it is valuable outside of that. It's generally we build things that are undeniable use cases for this technology, and that's the idea. So come back on February 6th for the next one. Thank you all for tuning in, and have a great day, everybody. Bye, guys.
Bye. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the opportunity.
Yes.